topic of the study is assessing clove's neuroprotective qualities in zebrafish induced a 6-OHDA neurotoxin in order to model Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder for which unknown reasons kills neurons in the substantia nigra of the brain. This degrades motor function over time and can lead to other illnesses like Alzheimer's and possibly death. It is the second most prevalent neurodegenerative disease in the U.S. with around 500,000 people being diagnosed with it as of the latest data from the National Library of Medicine. Most importantly, there's no cure and only treatments are available. Clove is a common spice in Asia, the Middle East, and North Africa, and has a long history of medicinal use. Though recently studies have highlighted clove as having one of the highest amounts of antioxidants when compared to other spices and plants. Clove can be consumed in a various amount of ways, such as being an extract, being dried, being a powder, or oil. For this experiment, it was oil, as in studies it showed to retain the most amount of antioxidants compared to other preparations. What was questioned and tested here is, can clove oil supplement be an effective treatment for people with Parkinson's disease? It was hypothesized that the fish with treated with clove oil would behave more similarly and thus show that clove oil is an effective supplement. And in this experiment, the independent variables are the amount and concentration of the 6-OH solution in the clove oil used to treat the test subjects. The dependent variables being measured are the swim distance, meander, fish velocity changes, and the time the test fish spent at a low depth of the test tube. The experiment was set up with 3 groups and had 16 fish per group. The groups were the control group, group of 6-OHDA solution, and a group of clove oil, along with the 6-OHDA toxin. The zebrafish were the choice of the model organism, and as they are inexpensive, have a vertebrae, and are very similar genetically and anatomically to humans. They additionally are quite simple to take care of, and in recent years have also been started to be used more and more in Parkinson's disease research. 6-OHDA is the most commonly used neurotoxin, and is the neurotoxin used to model Parkinson's disease in the same research, as it targets neurons in the brain through oxidative stress. 3 zebrafish behavioral assays were performed, one being a group locomotion to measure the levels of anxiety in the fish as a group, dive test assay to observe levels of stress, and a swim test assay to see the overall behavior through things like velocity, directions, and things like that. And all tests were video recorded, and velocity, meander, and total swim distance were measured by processing the video with Notice FO Vision motion tracking software. And finally, all results were presented as means. Results of the measurements were recorded in tables which were used to build statistical charts as shown on the slide. Standard error was added to show possible deviation of the results due to track capture misses and track interpolation. Cumulative results showed that the group with clove oil prior to exposure to 6-OHDA behaved somewhat closer to the control group, while still exhibiting increased levels of anxiety with changes in velocity and swimming patterns. Plotted tracks and movement heat maps visualize time spent by fish subjects relative to the well center point. Fish subjected to the neurotoxin without any clove oil treatment spent more time swimming closer to the walls, showing increased anxiety patterns, while the opposite was true for the clove oil treated fish in control groups, as they spent more time in the middle, showing positive results and supporting the hypothesis. The dive test, unfortunately, did not show significant improvement of clove oil treated fish compared to the 6-OHDA group. Zebrafish group pre-treated with clove oil before being exposed to clove 6-OHDA showed swimming behavior pattern closer to the control group in the distance and locomotion tests, while in dive tests, those fish spent 70% of their time swimming in the bottom portion of the test tube, which shows increased anxiety behavior. More studies are needed to test longer exposure of the clove oil in adult zebrafish. Also, more assays are needing to be done, such as a neuron staining assay, so that more definitive evidence is gathered through different perspectives and can be used to determine whether clove oil is effective or not. If confirmed effective in additional studies, clove oil could be used as a dietary supplement to Parkinson's disease. In conclusion, the pre-treatment of clove oil showed a small level of improvement compared to the group that was exposed to the neurotoxin without clove oil, showing clove's potential and was supporting the hypothesis. Thank you.